Black Friday 2024 is right around the corner. And last year, 72% of consumers chose to buy online and enjoy promotions at this time rather than any other. This is data from Salesforce in the US. But African entrepreneurs, where were you? Did you benefit from it? Did you do the most last year? And if you didn't, this year is the opportunity for it. And we are going to help you with 5 practical tips and techniques to make the most of the Black Friday season. I'm Moulaye, the co-founder and CEO of ANKA, and we help African entrepreneurs grow to over $50 million of sales in 175 countries globally. And this is the Black Friday 2024 Masterclass. Get ready for this quick but efficient and practical with examples, 5 parts of your Black Friday success. So, our first part and first important tip to succeed during Black Friday is that you need to have the right offer on the right product. The right offer part is quite obvious. You all know, and people are pretty pissed off when you only do like a 5% reduction on your product, or some people sometimes, this is something that we have seen that can work, increase the price of their product just before Black Friday and then do a reduction to bring it to the same price. So I don't recommend you do this type of shenanigans. And I understand also that as entrepreneurs, if you do promotion, it means also that you are having a lower margin. So I understand that the goal is still to make money, not to lose money. So the solution for that is that first, your offers should not be only on the price point of the products. I will give you an example. On ANKA Marketplace and pretty much on all channels, you can do bundle offers. Instead of saying, for example, I'm going to do 30% off my product, you can offer free shipping if someone buys more than one product. This is something actually that works very well when you have products that are attracting the eyes, like the bestsellers that we will talk about a bit later, and you want to upsell your other products. So, for example, if you have a very attractive, shea butter product that people want to offer as a gift, try to get an offer saying that if they buy more than one, or the shea butter product and your other beauty product, or they buy the whole palette of beauty products, they can get a discount on the shipping or something else. Because this way, you smooth out the reduction on all of your products and your margin keeps going up just as your total volume of sale goes up. And the experience is just that much better for the consumer. So that's the first thing on the right offer. The second part of the right offer is also you don't necessarily need to make the reduction only at Black Friday. Try to think about, for example, your best consumers. Your best customers, you should give them a specific reduction ahead of time, ideally, so that they keep you in mind. And a lot of people, if you think about it, the purchase they do on Black Friday, they already go and identify before Black Friday what they would want, what they would need, and look at the prices to see if there is a great offer. Sometimes they do it as early as end of October, so in a few days. I recommend right now that you plan for early November or end of October a communication, a coupon code to be very specific for all your previous customers and your best customers so that they can keep you in mind in their purchase of this season. So that's the right offer, the first part. Now the right product. If you have read our white paper report, you know that the bestseller is one of the key components of your growth. If you don't have yet a bestseller, this is a completely different exercise, and I recommend you use the time before Black Friday to test as much content as you can to identify which products among the existing are your bestsellers. But I'm going to speak to all the brands that already have best-selling product. This is something that is key in how you will manage your Black Friday season, because this bestseller product is going to be, like always, the majority of your sales. I'm going to give you the actual example of a very famous brand, Grassfields. So Grassfield is a brand that, as you all know, if you can see on social media, does normally a lot of beautiful dresses in Ankara and etc. But during the holiday season, each year since we work together, we noticed that they created a specific product for the holiday season, for the winter, that is a sweater. You probably have seen it maybe, an African sweater with the African map made out of fabric here and different colors. So one thing you didn't know probably is that despite the fact that they offer dozens of colors, each year we were seeing, and they confirmed, that one color, the yellowish color, was always driving most of the sales. Over 50% of the sales were coming from one color, both for men and women. And this specific color is a color that 1 year, they took longer to put it online, and they saw immediately that the sales took longer to even upstart. And this was their lowest Black Friday season. It was still a good one, but this shows that your best-selling product, obviously you need to stock up on it for the holiday season, but more importantly, you should make sure that this product is prominently featured everywhere on your website. And if you have enough stock of it, try to make the reduction on this product. The idea normally is, if you still can, rather than having a lot of different products, try to have a lot of your bestsellers and a few of the others. And this way you make sure that you can afford, because normally if you make it bigger stock, you can probably have better margins on it. You have the space to do the right reduction on this product that is going to be the one anchoring your brand during this season and making sure customers come to you and remember you and eventually buy from you during the season. So if you have the right offer that is not only a reduction on the right product, that is your best-selling product, visible, available, and ready to be purchased as soon as possible, ideally a bit before Black Friday once again, because keep in mind that people look for what they will buy at Black Friday all over November. So as soon as possible, put your best-selling product forward, just like you put your best foot forward for this season. Now into the second tip. Once you have the right offer on the right product, obviously you're all going to ask and focus on how to communicate and how to market your offer and your product when everybody else in the world is trying to grab attention. So there is a few tips we can give you from our experience over the years. First of all, your number one key success factor for your marketing campaign is not only your budget. The number one criteria is the quality of the content you are doing for this season. Let me take an example that is very far from what you usually see. I'm going to take someone that has an Airbnb, because some of the ANKA customers, if you don't know, use us also to use and get a reservation ready for short-term rentals. So if you are doing short-term rentals, one thing you should keep in mind is you have your space already that has been working well over the year, and you want to make sure that Black Friday is fully booked. A few things you can do, and the number one thing you can do in your content is you should have a content that is specific to the season. Meaning, if you have an Airbnb, I imagine it is possible for you to do a holiday season kind of decorating. So if you can put a Christmas tree there, obviously it's going to be much more attractive for the season. But I will give you another example. Of course, you can take red colors, you can take holiday season colors. But if you are aiming to attract the people that are coming for, I don't know, Dirty December in Ghana, people that are going to come for the holiday season, if you put in your content the example of, I don't know, you offer a bottle of champagne, you offer them a list of the best events during the holiday season not to miss, this is the small details when comparing offers that will make your offer stand out. So if you can make content that is specific for the season, may it be pictures, but ideally videos, and we talked about the fact multiple times that videos are the content that is going to perform the best on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, and on any of your ads. I recommend you do not only a regular tour of your space like you already done, but you do a specific holiday tour and say why this Airbnb is the best for the holidays. That's a great example of no matter how much budget you spend, no matter where you spend it and how well you organize your marketing campaign, if you don't have the right content, it's not going to work. An extra tip we can give you, and if you have a few days, a few weeks before Black Friday that can help, is actually you can use influencers. And that is probably, most people think about influencers for the audience they have. You're thinking of them like people you pay for showcasing your product to their customer, to new customers. I think you should use influencers also as content creators, which is initially what they do better than you and better than most. You should come to them and say, okay, this is the holiday season, what can you create for me? Show your product and let the influencer make their magic. And this content, you can use it afterwards to do ads and promote your products anywhere else. So keep in mind that ideally, of course, you should choose an influencer that has your audience. It doesn't need to be someone big. That's the big thing. If you think about someone that has your audience and that does great content, they don't need to have 100,000 of followers, not even 1 million. If they have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 followers, but you know that the content they do is the content that your audience will like, you can go to them to do you your content for your Airbnb, just like your content for your new dress, for your best-selling product. That's exactly what Grassfields do. To go back to the first part, is the famous yellow sweater I talked about. Every year they were doing new shootings with women, with kids, with different shapes, colors of women wearing it, with different styling, with the sweater with a shirt below, the sweater with a skirt, the sweater with a high jean, a low bagging jeans, with someone that is plus size, someone that is skinny, someone that is tall, someone that is small. All of that is what you can do. Of course, if you can, you do all of it, but try to focus on what is the most effective bang for your buck. So definitely try to make sure you have the right content, and if you don't have the experience to do it, go to people that can, with the tight deadline, of course, of having it a bit before Black Friday, but making sure that you select people for the quality of the content and the adequacy of your audience, not just for how large the audience is. So this is extremely important. Now, obviously you're going to ask me budget. What is the budget for that? Keep in mind that during the Black Friday season, the ads are going to be more expensive, just like everything else. So if the ads are more expensive, you should make the most also of your budget to be spread out, not only during the Black Friday the day, but like I mentioned a bit before. Ideally, as soon as end of October, early November, people are in the mindset of the holidays of buying stuff. So if you want a rule, kind of general rule that you can take as to how much you can spend, normally try to take, if you were to sell all of your products, so your stock that you have, how much dollars will that convert to? And you should spend between 20 to 30% of that in your budget. What does that mean? It means that you should not market more than what you have. So it's useless to spend $20,000 when you already have only $10,000 worth of product. It's not worth it. And it's not also possible to think that you're going to sell $100,000 of product by just doing $1,000 of marketing. So try to keep that balance in mind. You should spend what you're expecting to sell. And of course, I mentioned that taking into account your margin. If your margins are low, you would need to spend less, but that means probably that you have to have a larger number of stock. So this is the key part. Marketing is not about just spending the money. It's not just about what you can afford. It should be a function of expected revenue. So once you identified the right content, that you have the right budget, the key question is, what channel should I do? Obviously, you're going to try to do ads, and we can help you on ANKA Marketplace with sharing our ad sets if you have the right audience and the right product. But another thing that I want to highlight is definitely go to the specialized places where your customers are going to be. Obviously, if you're doing a short-term rentals, Airbnb, Booking.com are the best places. If you are doing cultural goods, obviously I will have to tell you to come on ANKA Marketplace and use our boost packs. The boost packs on ANKA have a great advantage, is that when you do an ad on Facebook, pretty much anyone can receive it, and even if it's the right customer that you are targeting, they are maybe not thinking about buying. When you're scrolling on Instagram looking at puppies and little kids and funny things, when you see a product that you want to buy, it might be kind of strange and not converting at all. We see it on all our numbers. The traffic coming to ANKA Marketplace is highly qualified. And to give you a qualified number, the conversion rate we get from people that are coming on the marketplace from Google or from the name of the marketplace against the conversion rate of people that we advertise to on Instagram or Facebook is 4 times higher. So you have 4 times more chance to get someone that will buy your product if you advertise on the right channel where people already have a high intent of purchase. So that's another key thing. When you have the right content, the right budget, you should make sure you target the right channels. Another example is, it's okay to try new things, but Black Friday is not the season you should try new channels. You should focus on the channels you know are working for your brands, where you get the right intent of purchase. And if you have not yet found the right things, like I said, go to the experts. Go to where you know that the channels already convert, just like the marketplace of ANKA, or it can be any other. I'm not going to push you directly to that, but think about it. So to summarize, this is the second big tip for the Black Friday season. You not only need to have the right offer, right product, but you also need to have the right content, and I insist on that. It's essentials. And you will see in another tip that you can even have the right content, the right marketing, and not have the right stock. I never said stock. Make sure you have the right product, right offer, right budget, and right channels. And if you have the right content, you're going to make sure that all of that stick and transform into sales. All right, on to the third tip and the third part of our masterclass. Now that you have the right product, right offer, right marketing strategy based on great content, the other thing you should think about, and that people clearly overestimate once you get a lot of traffic and a lot of even intent of purchasing, is to convert, you need to be reactive. So the converting and the processes you will put in place to go quickly from discussion to purchase are going to be key to determine how much you're going to make in a season. Let me explain why. You know, like we mentioned earlier, Black Friday is a season where people will get a lot of offers and deals all over the place. So there will be a lot of impulse purchases. During this season, even more than during the summer or any other, people buy with impulse. They just see something they like and they go straight for it. A lot of the cases are going to be people that just before buying are going to ask a question. Maybe it is to make sure that they're going to be delivered on time. Maybe it is to be about if they can customize a color or they can select something. What is going to happen is generally they're going to ask this question and expect a quick response. And I'm going to be very specific. Most of the time, we ask the bar that we put for sellers to be verified sellers on ANKA Marketplace is 24 hours. During this season, you should be able to respond in an hour or at least in 3 to 4 hours. And I will be more specific into why is try to picture yourself during this season. When someone has an impulse to buy something and they have a question, if you come back to them later than the same day, they might have another impulse that comes, another decision, another priority, another gift that they have forgotten to buy and less available income. So Black Friday is a tug of war season. You should not give an inch of interest of your customers. So that means that first you need to have a team that is reactive. Anywhere people talk to you, you should respond. In the comments, you should respond. In the DMs, you should respond in an hour. In your messages on ANKA Marketplace, obviously you should respond because ANKA Marketplace, like I mentioned earlier, is high intent. But especially if you are selling and having a lot of interest on Instagram, because from what we have seen, you're going to have a lot of content and a lot of great leads and a lot of interested people coming to you on Instagram, on Facebook, even on WhatsApp. If you sell on WhatsApp, this is going to be where a lot of your customers and funnel come through. It's extremely important that even if they're satisfied there and they want to buy there, you should be able to have them buy right there. You should not be in a situation where you tell them, oh, here is the link of our website. Sometimes you need to be able to give them the link to pay right now. And that's why you should use ANKA Pay. When you have ANKA Pay, think about it. You have someone that is talking to you on Instagram and saying, oh, I love this post. This has how many products, how many people want that. And you see a lot of likes and a lot of DMs coming for this product. You should be able to send to all of them right away. Thank you for your interest. Here is the link to order. Thank you for your interest. Here is the link to order. You should not be in a situation where you have to have people do multiple maneuvers. The worst I have seen, to give you an example, is sellers that were doing a lot of traffic, a lot of messages, and they were telling people, here is our bank number. Here is our PayPal. So you request the people to do the effort of going themselves to find a way to send you the money, and with no certainty ever that you're going to receive the money. The good thing with an ANKA Pay is not only that it's easy to pay, so they can pay by card or PayPal pretty much anywhere in the world, but as soon as they pay, they know it's paid. And you know it's paid. And keep in mind that for those that use ANKA Pay already, just for the season, we improved the functionality and allowed you now to have automatic acceptance. So every time you have someone pay you through ANKA Pay, you no longer need to validate like you needed to do it before. So automatically you have people buying and purchasing and going through the process and being locked in. As soon as someone bought something, then they are more committed. They will not as easily go to find another gift or another impulse purchases. So it's key during this season more than ever that you put the extra effort of being extremely reactive and very smooth. No matter the questions, it's great also if you have on Instagram, one tip I can give you, you have the pre-made messages on Instagram. If you see that is often a question that you have been asked, for example, the delay of delivery, the traffic, etc., or any issue that people have on the quality of the product, for example, or I don't know how they can personalize it. If you have often the same question, you should make it a regular automatic response on Instagram. You can save pre-made messages. This way, every time someone asks you the question, you can respond quickly without having even to type. And you can add right after your ANKA Pay link to close them and make sure that they do all the way the funnel and end up as a customer as fast as possible before they see another shining object somewhere on the internet. So now that you have the right offer, right product, right marketing strategy, and that you are the right process to quickly close the customers, the fourth tip we can give you for this masterclass of Black Friday is make sure as quickly and as best as possible to manage your after sale greatly. What does that mean? The first easy issue that we see all the time during Black Friday is the tracking number of the shipping. If you're selling a physical good, I'm pretty sure that the longer you go after Black Friday, the more message you're going to receive about customers worrying that the product is going to come at the right time, especially when it's a gift. And even when it's not a gift, a lot of customers, for example, they will buy the dress for the New Year's Eve party, for the Christmas party. And if the dress is not there, they are going to be stressed every day that goes by. And the key thing is we have seen way too often African entrepreneurs underestimate the importance of a great tracking and shipping service. Indeed, it's because it's quite expensive, and it's more expensive than just shipping with a friend or shipping with any other solution. But when you ship with a great solution like ANKA Shipping and DHL, you get a lot of side benefits. The first side benefit is you're going to have less messages. When we mentioned earlier that you need to be reactive, try to picture how hard it is to be reactive when half of the message you receive are growingly about people asking, is it shipped? Where is my product? Where is my product? And you keep answering, it's gone, and you have no real power. And I know how frustrating it can be when you're trying to deliver your orders, to be on time, to produce for the season, and at the same time you have people that keep pestering you about a package that you already shipped. If you ship with DHL and you ship using ANKA Shipping, meaning you have a great rates, and you have the easy pickup at your office, meaning you save the time during the season. Instead of going all the way to the office, DHL comes to pick up in your office. All of this time saved is time you can put into the first 3 tips we gave you before and making sure that you have more sales. And another benefit when you ship with a tracking solution that everybody knows and that is accessible all of the time is that you get kind of an added goodwill. And I'm going to focus on that part because during Black Friday, a lot of brands are going to be having products that are going out of stock in the middle of the orders, or products that are going to arrive late, and it's going to happen. If you are one of the few brands that delivers not only with tracking, meaning every day the person can go and track and see that the product is moving ahead and coming to them and have even an estimated date, the other great benefit is that they're going to remember you as someone that has great service. And that's extremely important, not only for this season, but for the future of your brand. Because people remember most the things that were the hardest to do. And being on time during Black Friday, delivering with tracking is a hard thing to do. Because I can imagine as a brand that you're going to say, oh, but I already did a discount on the product, I already did a discount there. If you followed our first tip and that you make sure that the offer you made was not only about reducing your margin, this is the moment to invest this margin in a great shipping experience. And ANKA Shipping, the great news is you will have still products and shipping that are 30% cheaper than what you would have if you go alone with DHL. So I recommend when you can to make sure that you have a great after purchase experience. And it's not only about the shipping. Of course, shipping is the biggest part, but even if you don't have a physical product, another big important thing is to make sure that during this season, you make sure, let's say you have a digital product that you sold, it's a training. During this season, you're going to have a lot of people that buy it and maybe not use it right away. And it's important that after the season or right after the purchase, you give them some nudging, some following that shows that you care. because they're going to have a lot on their minds. We all do during the holidays. We try to make this season not only festive, but also about our families, about memories, and we all had a very hard year and we're trying to rest at the same time. So if you can give the person an additional perception of importance of their purchase and feel like, oh, you just didn't give them a cheap deal, and that you still want to build a relationship in addition to the transaction, especially on digital products, it is extremely valuable because you're going to then create a stronger bond from your brand, your products, your personality, and your convictions and your values into the product that they bought. And this is something that they will talk about, that will help you do more sales in the future. So everything about the after sales is not only about making sure you save a buck. You're not trying just to make the most money on Black Friday. You're also trying to use this season when people are going to do impulse purchases they might not do any other time to build bonds that will last even after the holiday season. All right, so now the fifth and last tip for this Black Friday Masterclass by ANKA. A lot of the small details that you can use, because we gave you all of the heavy stuff in the first 4 tips, but I think there is a small collection of things that you can make for the Black Friday season, because people are going to buy a lot and have a lot of offers to stand out. And these rely on 2 must tools, is building trust and making sure that they know that you should be the one they should be buying for. And another thing is building ease, because they're going to be spending a lot. So if you can make it easier for them to spend, it's going to be better. Of course, on the ease part, the ANKA Pay solution, once again, is the best. If you can even integrate it on your WordPress website, it's going to be smoother for those that like to buy online. For those that like to discuss, from the discussion on WhatsApp, you should be able to have them pay directly by PayPal or by card, and you can withdraw it easily in your country. That's an easy one. But one thing I think about often is, you all know, and I'm pretty sure you know, Klarna, EasyPay, all of these solutions that allow people to pay now, to buy now and pay later. The buy now, pay later solutions are key during the holiday season, especially if you sell in the US, where it's getting pretty obvious for them, and a lot of people are buying using credit cards, so they pay later. This is something that we offer on the ANKA marketplace that is, I think, one of the most underutilized tools and conversion tools that you can have when someone is hesitating. Let's say your beautiful gown that they want to buy for New Year's Eve is $500. This might seem like a lot, but if you tell them that they only have to pay $200 now and they can pay the rest over the months, so after the holidays when they will have more money, generally you will see that you will get a much higher conversion. And this is key, especially for high value items. And that is true for a gown dress for the New Year's Eve, just like it's true for your access to your WhatsApp group that you're creating, or any other digital products that you're selling. If you allow people to pay over multiple times, you smooth out the effort they will have to do, because they have a lot of different purchases to do during the holidays. So I recommend you use that, not only because it's available, basically it's free for you. With ANKA front you all of the money, so that's the key thing. When someone pays you now, buy now, pay later, on ANKA Marketplace, you receive the money now also. So it's full benefits for you, and I recommend you use that even in your discussion with customers, or even on your Instagram page. You can say, for the holiday season, you can highlight the fact that you offer buy now, pay later, especially if you have high value tickets item. So that's key, and something that I think a lot of brands and entrepreneurs don't use enough. Another thing that is important to convert, especially because during the holidays we tend to buy a lot of gifts, is that people sometimes have a lot of, I might say, alternatives of gifts. They have multiple ideas. How do you make sure that you showcase your gift as the right gift? And for that example, I will take another brand that was pretty successful on ANKA Marketplace called Urbi Dolls. So she was selling, one of the beautiful black dolls. And this is a product that is very Black Friday friendly, very Christmas friendly. Obviously, we all want to have some representation to our kids. And that's extremely important, whether you're selling a doll or you're selling a coloring book, anything that is not only specific to the season, but also with a lot of alternatives. When you think about it, there is a lot of different black dolls now. It's not something that is that new. But this brand UB dolls managed to stand out because one of the things that they did from the beginning is they asked for pictures of their customers with the product. If you can showcase on your Instagram, whether it's a highlight of stories or even a post with a medley of all of the babies that received your UB dolls, your doll, I'm pretty sure that this is the extra trust, the extra confidence that will be needed for a mom, for a friend of the mom, a friend of the dad that wants to offer that to the little kid, because this, behind all of the dolls, they have no certainty that this is something that will work for the kid, it's quality enough and they will like. So it's your job to use reviews. So you can use the reviews built in the system of the marketplace you're selling in, like Airbnb or ANKA Marketplace or other, to build trust. On ANKA Marketplace, like I mentioned also, we offer you the ability to put videos on ANKA Marketplace. We see too little brands using that. I mentioned you can use it in the content section already. So when you make content for the social media, you can put that also on your ANKA Marketplace product. And for each product, put at least one video. But another thing you can do is put videos reviews. And if you have pictures reviews, so only pictures of your customers, you can put these pictures in additional pictures. You can go up to 10 pictures for each product. So use the 10 pictures. You should not have just 5 pictures of your product in different angles and not use the 5 others to put reviews. And the best thing is if you can even make a video of the different pictures of the customers, this can go both on ANKA Marketplace and your social media. So the idea is, yes, reviews are not only the ratings that people give you on the platform. This is great, but it's also what content you can create showcasing the trust that you have earned through your work over the year. So Black Friday is the culmination, basically, of the work you have done all over the year. And if you ask your customers even of the previous months, they should be able to provide you that. And if you tell them, especially that you want that to attract new customers, they can sympathize with that because they all know that Black Friday is an important season for entrepreneurs like you. I can give you also another example that we learned in our ANKA podcast. I don't know if you had time to listen to it, but I recommend you do. When we did the episode with Philippe Simo about Airbnbs, he mentioned a very important tool. If you can, the month before Black Friday, try to slash down your price on your short-term rentals so that you get great reviews. And that's extremely important. If you are doing your first, I might say you don't have a lot of reviews already on Airbnb or on booking.com, before Black Friday, please make the effort, even if you lose a bit of money during the first, I don't know, next 2 rentals over the next 2 weeks, month before Black Friday. If this makes them feel like it's a great deal and that you experience through your short-term rental is amazing, people are going to leave you great reviews. And these great reviews are assets. So that's the key thing. An asset keeps paying even after you paid for it. It keeps delivering value. And the reviews you get even before Black Friday will not only convert better on the high volume you will get during Black Friday, because if you apply the tip too well, you're going to get much more traffic than you use during the year. And these reviews are going to stay forever. So keep in mind that when we mention trust, it's one of the few assets that entrepreneurs have and can protect over the years and will still pay dividends. So invest and don't look at Black Friday only as a season to reap and do deals, but also a season to sow and make sure that you plant the seed for having growing assets in your future and getting your brands to stand out for the months and years to come. Hoping this helps. And this is the last 5 tips. Let me know if you have any other questions, but just keep in mind the 5 tips for the Black Friday season. And a reminder is make sure you have the right offer and the right product. Make sure your marketing strategy relies on the right content, right channels, and the right budget. Don't forget that you need to have also a best, I might say, after-sale experience and reactivity. It's important. So reactivity first, after-sale experience after. And that goes with being quick using ANKA Pay if you need, and being traceable using ANKA Shipping if you can. And last but not least, make sure you build assets that can earn trust during this important season and at the same time build ease and use what you have, like buy now, pay later, to convert better. So this is definitely, I think, the 5 tips. If you apply most of them, you're going to see a significant difference, and we look forward to see your business growing during this season. Tell us if you have any other question or any other things you want to improve or anything you want us to go more into details, but I think we covered pretty largely all of the key things to success, and we hope that you will come back to us in a few months and tell us all of your great success stories for this Black Friday season, so that we can show that African entrepreneurs also can make the most of this great season. Good luck, and feel free to contact the ANKA team at any point. We will have a lot of not only this masterclass available for you guys, but a lot of different specific offers to help you grow during this season. We also on our end make the most to be the most supportive and reactive that we can to help you make the most of the season. So come out, book a demo if you're not an ANKA subscriber yet. If you're already an ANKA subscriber, this is the best time to contact the support team at help@anka.africa and ask to talk to your customer success manager to improve your sales, your tools, and anything we can do to help you sell better. Thank you for listening, and see you soon.